Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. So, we are back in the UK. I'm actually back in the car. This is the first time I've driven for 6 months. Now, my dad has been taking he's been taking very good care of my precious little Hyundai, but he's actually reversed it into a wall. So yeah, it's looking a little bit worse for wear at the moment. But at least I've got something to come back to drive, just to get me from A to B. But anyways, we're back in the UK. Flight was pretty straightforward yesterday, actually. It's always just a long travel day for me because I fly from Dubai to Heathrow, and then I've got just over a 2-hour car journey, which my dad was so kind to pick me up, and obviously it's good to spend some time with him and just catch up as well in the car. But yeah, so over 2 hours back to where I'm from, like where home is in Bath. And by the time you get back, it's just, you know, it just takes it out of you. I think I was up that morning before 5, got taxi to the airport at like 6, 3 hours wait. Everything was luckily enough not delayed, straightforward, no traffic, no nothing. So that thankfully was as straightforward as it could have been. And then when I got back, there's a bit of a time difference. So technically Dubai is 3 hours ahead. So even though I went to bed sort of like 9 o'clock, just before actually, I still got up at 4:30, just before 4:30, I think. So my body's still on Dubai time a little bit. I am going to go in and train in a second with one of my clients. So literally straight back in, no messing. So literally I checked the girls in this morning who are doing the shoot. So they all have their plan of action set for today because they are checking in daily, and they have been for the past week or so now. Them are now starting to pull back a little bit expenditure wise sort of into this coming week. Obviously the shoot's on Saturday, so I always want to make sure that I'm really on the ball with them and they know what they're doing, so there's no confusion with regards to, you know, their setup, diet, expenditure, cardio, steps, all of this. And then they have confidence as well going into the week that they know what's going on, because that's always nice, because I know there's a lot of coaches out there that are maybe not so hands-on. But I'm really excited for next week. But as I said, I will be going in to train legs in a second. It will just be a deload session for me because I am slammed and I have to be sensible here. But I will be meeting up with my very long-term client, probably one of my longest-term clients actually, Goja, who, funny story, was one of my first personal training clients at Pure Gym about 6 years ago, maybe more, maybe 7 years ago now, which is crazy. We've worked together across the entirety of that time, which is mental. So can't say that retention isn't good. But in any case, I'm looking forward to seeing her, having a good catch up, because it's been some time. The last time I was back in the UK was when was it? It was Christmas, so 6 months. So I do want to take a bit of time to spend some time with family this afternoon and evening once I get back from the gym. Obviously I will still have a little bit of work to catch up on at that point, but yeah, it'd be nice to get back, spend some time with them. I'm a little bit cream crackered though, so you know, I don't know how much battery I'm gonna have for socialization, but we'll make it work as we always do. And then I'm sure I'll feel a bit fresher tomorrow once I've actually had a decent night's sleep, because I am lagging in that a little bit. So anyways, gonna head to the gym now. I need to go and pick up some water because I haven't got any bottles to put my EAs in, which is not okay. I've had a Monster, I've had 2 coffees this morning. I just need a little bit of like a pick me up, but I just want to be like kind of in and out today, get back, chill, and yeah, get this party started. I'm back from the gym now. I have to say, your girl is absolutely cream crackered, but that was so nice to catch up with Goja. If there's one thing that I absolutely love, is knowing that I can build not only really good working relationships with girls and with my girls and ladies over. It's not just that I can build really good working relationships with my girls and ladies over the course of time, but I get to know them on a much more personal level as well. Like, obviously, it's a position that I'm so grateful to be in, and something that I love about the way I work my coaching, and something that I really pride myself on actually, is being able to build those sorts of relationships with the girls and being able to be really, really hands-on and get to know them a lot better, because as you can imagine, across the course of close to 7 years, I've seen Gojo through so many changes across that period of time, going from being, a runner who was constantly injured, constantly fatigued, under fueling, barely, like she was so tiny at the time, and to now being in a position where she's gained close to 8 kilos of muscle across that period of time. And I say muscle because her body composition is excellent. It's really, really good. And she's about 8 kilos up since back then. Obviously, that's a 7-year span of time. And we've been through multiple building phases, multiple dieting phases. And every single time round, she's got better and better and better. Training over that time, obviously, since we worked together, has just, skyrocketed. And yeah, we make the odd tweak here and there, but it is very, very good quality now. So obviously I went in to train with her today. Really good to catch up. Every single time I'm back, always make a point. It's non-negotiable to get a session with Gojo. We went to barbell RDL, and I gave her a couple of cues for this, mainly because her tendency is to shift her weight back onto her heel as she sits her hips back. So I was getting her to really try and think about her foot pressure and really try to keep almost like cueing her weight forward towards her toe more as she drove the hips back. So that was a really useful cue for her. And then we went on to do a 45-degree leg press, then a hyperextension. Then we had a swing leg press. We do actually have pendulum programmed usually, but she actually did have the swing leg press programmed on another one of her sessions, and she just wasn't really getting on with it. So I just wanted to throw that in so that we could actually have a look through it together. And then we ironed out a few creases with that, just literally getting the seat a little bit closer to the foot plate for 1. 2, she also needs to just take her feet a little bit further down the platform. Sometimes with these swing leg presses, you can find that your bum almost lifts off the seat a little bit. However, I think that there's a couple of ways that you can work around that. So firstly, try not to have your feet too far up. I generally, depending on obviously what brand it is, usually like these more so for a quad focus leg press, because they put you into a good amount of knee flexion. Obviously, the higher you put your feet up, sometimes it can literally pull your bum out of seats. Just be aware of that. And then also, if you are struggling with it as well, with that lifting of your bum off the seat, you can even sit on like a little block, which basically allows you to be angled a lot better so that it doesn't pull your back up so much. So that's a couple of things that you can do with that one. And then we finished off with a seated ham curl. Now usually actually this one would be a single leg extension. I want to throw in some extra hamstrings today because the leg extensions at base are a little bit sketchy, and I'm just very wary of basically fucking my knees up, because if I use one of those leg extensions that is just like not quite built right, I always find that I end up with kind of painful knees. So I want to avoid that ideally, especially during the time that I have. So with that being said, I am going to cap off some work now. I have a session again tomorrow with Ellie. We're going to train some upper body, and then it is the final countdown until the group shoot on Saturday, which is going to be mega, and I cannot wait. So just need to get a couple other bits and pieces sorted for that, and then we are almost good to go. All right, guys, it is the following day. Go on, Jeb. Monday. It is now Monday. We are back in for another session with one of the girls. I'm actually training some upper body with Ellie today. Now, typically I don't train on a Monday. Monday is usually a rest day for me because I worked that way with my set split, because Monday is usually the busiest work day of the week where I have the most check-ins. However, I didn't want her to really kind of come off of her training schedule. So, at the end of the day, I'm the one that can probably be a little bit more flexible at this point in time. So I am going to go in and train some upper body with her today. I'm buzzing to see her because it's been quite a while since I've seen her, and I can't wait to have a proper good catch up. Ellie is another one. Both Gojo, who I trained with yesterday, and Ellie, I've worked with her for so long. I think I've worked with her for like 5 years. And obviously we had a really, really successful first competitive season last year as well. So, there's this is her first structured off season. We're going to take a little look at her. We'll do a little in-person check-in after our session. But I definitely had a slightly better sleep last night. I still definitely need another day or so. It has been a busy day. I am probably gonna run late if I don't leave like literally in a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna wrap this up shortly. I've just accepted it's gonna be a very, very hectic week, but very on brand for me anyway. So I'm looking forward to everything that I've got coming up. Like this week I'm training with a client every session, and then we, the girls and I, go up to Manchester and we're staying up there over the weekend, which I will document the whole thing. So I'll probably wrap up this part of the vlog after I train with Ellie. I might show a little bit of my training session with Lauren on Wednesday, and then I'll start a whole new thing for the shoot. So yeah, buzzing guys, buzzing. I'm blessed. I'm so very blessed. Genuinely, sometimes I just have to pinch myself that this is like life, and I can this is what I'm doing. And yeah, honestly, the sun is shining as well. Like I've literally brought the sun back from Dubai with me. You're very welcome. So post-workout posing with my girls and checking them in. Right, so Sophie, who is also now a client of mine as of last October, who's actually Ellie's twin sister, she was able to finish work early, so she actually joined us for our session. Ellie is around midway through her mini cut. We still have a good bit more to pull off before she'll be ready and reset for the next push-up, but she's gained so much density and size in, well, the 25 weeks that we've been in a building phase since she came out of her first prep, which was extremely successful. But I am so happy with the progress that she's been making. It's actually wild. Her glutes have just doubled in size. And it was also great to see Soph, just because we have recently transitioned her from a lifestyle client to eventually a competitor. She'll be doing Fit Model in 2028, and it will be so special to prep both of the girls together in 2028 and have them both stand on stage. I am already so excited about it, even though it's a couple of years from now, but she does have a good bit of growing to do. She didn't train really before we met and we started working together. So what you can see here is the result of, no building phase quite yet, but putting the work in and putting the graft in with learning and applying and taking a lot from not just myself, but from Ellie as well. So she has actually grown across this dieting phase. She's lost 15 kilos, which is wild. And she's in a position where her health is better managed than it's ever been before, because she does have a few chronic health conditions that she's been struggling with for quite some time. And this journey for her has been so transformative. It's just made her realise that she is capable of so much more. So game on for that. She's looking phenomenal. And I'm already so excited. I just can't wait. Okay guys, so I've literally just finished legs with my darling Loz. Loz and I, we were just saying she is OG. She's like pure gym core.
OG
the
day.
OG
Start
gang.
From the bottom. Well,
7 years ago,
yeah.
7 years ago, we met.
Yes, I came
gym.
to you. I was like, never been to a gym once in my life. I was like, she looks lovely.
And here we are now, 7 years later, back working together because we are the dream team. And she is one of the most phenomenal transformations that we've actually had. I still look back at that transformation initially that we did together, crazy. And we were like, oh my god, it is wild, absolutely wild.
Transformed me.
And we haven't seen each other for how long?
God, over 2 years, I think.
Over 2 years, in person.
Maybe even more, actually.
It might be more.
It was when you went up, I think.
We missed each other last time I came back, and now we finally managed to link up to get a session. Reunited.
The best day I've had in so
ever.
long.
We were just saying how wholesome it is to have this moment, because I'm just there like
a 360 moment.
Yeah, it's like a full circle moment. I'm just like, oh, this is just incredible. And your training has actually come such a long way as well.
I think
it really,
so.
really has. It's so much more confidence. So obviously we've gone through a few bits and pieces on her plan, so she feels a bit more confident with that, which hopefully you do.
I do, much.
And she'll make sure she's on top of her form videos as well to send over to me, so make sure that we keep on top of that. But this is the start of a nice clean slate for her.
Definitely.
We're going to make a lot of progress over the next while, so watch this space.
Watch the space, it's going to be great.
And honestly,
Jem, I'm going to see you, honestly. Literally. This woman, guys. Incredible.
She's just the best.
Literally.
I just honestly gas me up so much.
She's insane, and she's come on so far in her own journey as well.
I was just saying, when we talk about the core group, it's like watching you all progress the way you have. in that like over the last few years that I've worked with them, it's just unbelievable, like unrecognizable.
Each person's had like their own journey as well.
Oh my god, like
in their own ways. But you've been a key part of that for so long, and I think that is like what's so special about you is that you're really dedicated to the person. And I love that about you.
That's why
I keep coming back.
they always come crawling back.
Literally.
So
I need you.
We've got the legs. They're pumped. And now we're just gonna go and we're gonna go chill.
Yeah. Chill.
Right. Anyway, chill. Guys.
Peace.
Thanks for watching.
Mwah.
Comment, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.